In West Bengal, the education standard and quality is very good. So that's why they are able to go there and compete there and getting selected and serving. So probably that is a wrong expectation for everybody. I'm not saying that is not available. There are companies in India, they are giving hefty salary. It may be 12 lakhs an electrical engineer. Then why the electrical engineer is getting much more salary than the electrician? Because the kind of intellectual effort, and our society value more intellectual effort than the physical effort, right? So that is the reason. So the how much, like say for example, in a university, who is the most important person? The teachers. Because without the teachers you cannot run that particular organization. Maybe a doctor is working in a university, he is the most important person. He will be sitting in the AC cabin, lot of people will be coming to his room, so I want to feel the power. So that is the reason I want to get into HR. Not the scenario, because HR has a very less decision making power. Ultimately, they have to take permissions from their top management, functional managers.
So hello everyone, welcome to StudzHelp Podcast. So today our guest is Dr. Amitabha Gupta. सर आप अपने बारे में कुछ नटसेल में बता दो हमारे ऑडियंस को.
Right. So at the beginning, I am very much thankful to you and your initiative for inviting me in this particular podcast. I'm very much delighted and thankful to you for this kind of opportunity. In 2009, I have shifted fully into academics for near about 16 years. Last 16 years, I am into academics only, especially in the higher education system. Teaching into this, especially the management graduates, because I am a management background person, having a PhD in management, MBA in human resource, and a graduation degree in advertising and sales promotion. So this is a little background of myself, having 8 years of corporate experience and having 16 years of academic experiences. So I can understand the world, the corporate as well as the academics.
एक्चुअली सर यही मेरे को समझना था आपसे कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स और पेरेंट जो भी ये पॉडकास्ट देखते हैं, आप इतने सालों तक बंगाल से जुड़े थे. आपने कहा कि अपनी कॉर्पोरेट प्लस आपके एजुकेशन फील्ड से भी आपके इतने 16 साल की एक्सपीरियंस थे. जब हम कोलकाता के या बंगाल के स्टूडेंट्स की बात करते हैं तो आपको इनसे रिलेटेड क्या चैलेंजेस ये फेस करते हैं, या इन कंपेयर टू अदर स्टेट्स क्या लगता है सर इनके लिए यहाँ पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैसी है?
Like, I mean, for the kind of students I used to deal with, what I have, I have also having the experiences in teaching in other states also. So it is not that, there is a, less opportunity here. There are equal opportunities. Ultimately, a human being or a students needs to prove themselves to the corporate, because the corporate don't used to select somebody or give opportunity to somebody based on from where they are. They are selecting them based on the competency they are having. So definitely the people of Bengal, probably, people used to say that probably there is a less job opportunities here. Maybe sometimes people used to say, we need to go outside the state. But try to understand something. If the people are going from Bengal, it's maybe engineering, management, or a general graduate, they are going to other states or the cities like, say, for example, Bangalore or the Gurgaon or the Mumbai, and they are getting selected. And they are serving the top-notch companies there also. That means what we can say that here in West Bengal, the education standard and quality is very good. So that's why they are able to go there and compete there and getting selected and serving in the top level position. So as far as the quality or the these characteristics, you can say competencies, Bengali students are having that. So what, being an academician, what we have to do, we have to nurture them, we have to develop themselves as per the need of the corporate, and create a very good expectation management. That is very important, that is missing. Because what I can expect, if say for example after just completing a graduation, if these Gen Zs think that I am going to get a 12 LPA salary right now, so probably that is a wrong expectation for everybody. I'm not saying that is not available. There are companies in India, they are giving hefty salary. It may be 12 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs for a fresher, but these numbers are less. So we cannot expect, everybody cannot expect that initially I'll be getting that kind of job with a hefty salary. But we need to understand that which brand I'm joining, right? What is the job profile? Because say for example, I'm not taking the name of the
mainly
company.
they are the freshers, na?
Right. So I'm not taking the name of the company. There are very good companies. Probably the initial salary is less.
Yeah.
But say for example, they are giving you 20,000. I'm just saying. But they have the capacity to pay you 2 crores also. Right. So if you can perform, if you can show your commitment, if you can show your dedication, loyalty, definitely you can reach that position.
Okay.
So that's the thing. But somebody, if you're going,
you are saying for the all the industries or particular industry they have?
of course, the paying capacity differ from industry to industry. Definitely, as right now, the IT industry is having the highest paying capacity because they are earning in foreign currency. That's the reason. The same profile, if you are looking into a small manufacturing company, probably the job profile is same, but the pay capacity is less. So that, but if you can, because ultimately the industry gives importance to your knowledge and the skills and the ability, not your only the degree is important, definitely, but your knowledge, skills and ability is much more important. So that is the thing, you need to develop those skill set. If you are from a very tier 1 colleges, like say for example the IITs and the IIMs and etc., automatically you will be the first choice for the creamy layer. But if you're not, that is also fine. Majority of the people are not from IIT and IIMs. So that is absolutely fine. But if you can show your skill set and the ability and the knowledge, if you can develop that, probably someday, a lot of IITians and IIM people will be working under you. Because ultimately the company will be thinking your capability. Yes. Because I know somebody who is heading in a multinational multinational company as a HR head, not an MBA. Right? But he is having excellent skill in HR. Company value that. Yeah. So that we need to develop.
Expertise, the years of experience. Right. Even though I have heard in many of the articles that not the every type of jobs have the same skill set after the completion of after spending years in the company. They have particular experience in consulting. They are getting more pay than the other other area, other domain, other industries. Right. Why is it so, sir?
Because ultimately, how salary is nothing but a commission. The company decide your salary based on your output. So how much you are contributing towards the development and the growth of the organization. Like probably in the classes, I used to say that why there is a difference between a salary of an electrical engineer and an electrician. Probably if you are taking into consideration the physical effort, the amount of effort they are putting, that electrician is much higher than an electrical engineer. Then why the electrical engineer is getting much more salary than the electrician? Because the kind of intelligence they are using, probably if they are sitting in a room, but they can understand that this is the fault, go there and correct it. But the electrician, probably they are putting in much more physical effort than the intellectual effort. And our society value more intellectual effort than the physical effort. Right? So that is the reason. So how much, like say for example, take an example of a hospital. Who is the highest paid employee? Doctors. Because without the doctors, you cannot run the hospital. Right? In a university, who is the most important person? The teachers. Because without the teachers, you cannot run that particular organization. Maybe a doctor is working in a university, possible, but he is not the highest paid employee there. Because he is not directly associated with the output of the organization. So that is important. You need to identify your career based on your aspiration and of course the market conditions. Like say for example, right now in the outdoor entertainment market, the market is being dominated by OTT industry mainly. So automatically there are small single screen movie halls are closing down. Probably you know that recently Inox have introduced one new product, that is dine-in movie. That means it is actually you are going for a restaurant where you can watch movie. So that means their priority is changing.
Yes.
Right? So that means we need to change our skill set accordingly. Now, if I am getting ready for a single screen movie, I'm just saying that I want to be an executive in a single screen movie hall. No use, because that industry will not exist. Right? So that is how we need to understand that where upgradation is important. Match your skill set as per the requirement.
Few weeks ago, another guest has come to our podcast. He is in marketing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
तो वो बोल रहे थे कि in Bangalore they have their concept is same, the restaurant, but some kind of blind date system is going on.
Okay.
तो वहां पे सिंगल पर्सन जाते हैं रेस्टोरेंट में और आपको एक अननोन पर्सन के साथ चेयर शेयर करना है, अपना टेबल शेयर करना है.
Okay.
तो ये कंसेप्ट से आपको तो अपना खाना तो वहां पे बिक रहा है, उसको रेस्टोरेंट में खाना बिक रहा है, बट एक अलग अलग इमोशंस काम कर रहे हैं जब डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ लोग वहां पे बैठ रहे हैं. इसी तरह आपने जो बोला कि एक मल्टीप्लेक्स में वो मल्टीप्लेक्स कम रह गया है, वो रेस्टोरेंट
ज्यादा हो गया. राइट.
कि वहाँ पे उसको तो अपना मूवी तो वो तो चल रहा है, उसके साथ वो खाने उसको अपने जो भी फूड्स हैं उसको
राइट,
बेच के वो इतना ज़्यादा अर्न कर लेगा
राइट,
कि उसको मूवी थिएटर का खर्चा उसमें नहीं आ
नहीं
पाएगा।
भाई। So that's the thing, you need to change. Like the companies are changing their, strategies to be in the, or I mean, in the competitive market. So similarly, the students needs to prepare themselves as per the need of the industry. That this industry need this kind of. I want to be in entertainment industry. Fine. In entertainment industry, what are the skill set they are looking for? Are they looking for only a BA in media science or a journalism? The degree matters, or the kind of skill set they are looking for.
Exactly.
Nowadays, many people, parents are also very much interested to put their kids into, data analytics, data science. But if you want to be a data scientist or a data analyst, first thing you need to remember, you have to be very good in mathematics and statistics. If you don't know that, I mean, if you're not comfortable
In
and
that two subjects,
in these two subjects, you should not go there, because it's a number games, right? So that's why the companies are preferring engineering graduates for data scientists and all, I mean data analyst and all.
analysts.
So that's why even you don't have to be an engineer, but if you can develop the skill set in the areas of statistics and mathematics, then you are having higher potential to be successful as a data analyst. But if you think that no, everybody is going after data science, data analyst,
I
let
have
us go.
taken a specialization in a data analyst.
So I
I
will be become companies will be saying no. If you are not good at numbers, if you are not good at mathematics and statistics, it is not going to be useful. So that's why you need to understand that what skill set that is required in the job or the profession where we want to get into. Right. So that is very important. Like say, for example, long back in one of my institute, one student have told me that I want to take HR specialization. I told why. I asked, what is the reason you want to take HR? So he told that HR is the ultimate person in the organization. He is the boss. I mean, he can hire, he can fire. He is the most important person. He will be sitting in the AC cabin. Lot of people will be coming to his room. So I want to feel the power. So that is the reason I want to get into HR. So they had told, it is not the scenario, because HR has a very less decision making power. Ultimately, they have to take permissions from their top management, functional managers, and all.
Yes.
So then only you can hire. You can, of course, shortlist the people based on the basic organizational requirement. But ultimately, whether that person would be selected, it based on that functional manager. Now, if the functional manager told that I don't want to keep that person, HR cannot keep that person. Right, of course, by following his.
Here HR is just following the instruction of top.
Right, so that's the thing. So of course HR is a very important, I am also from HR background. I've served companies as a HR, but I know, I mean, that's an important position. Growth opportunity in India for HR is very high right now. So if somebody is taking HR, their potential of getting successful is very high. That is good. But if your thought process is that you will be the most important person of the organization, that is why you are going to select, it is a wrong decision. Because then that is why I was talking about expectation management. This is, I mean, what I can expect from this job, this profile, that must be very much clear. That
तो ये जो क्लियरिटी चाहिए सर, ये स्टूडेंट्स को कब लेना चाहिए, क्लियरिटी समझना कब है?
At the beginning only, whenever they are completing their 10+2 and joining a job, I mean joining a particular course.
College.
Not yes, college.
Yeah, college. You are talking about the graduation.
Graduation after 10+2, undergraduate. Now at first they need to select which course they want to take. Is a BBA or a BCA or a BTech or a MBBS or whatever. Select. Then select the college. Now, there are huge number of colleges are available. Now you need to select, first is the course based on your alignment, your interest, your skill set. That is the thing. It is not that every friend of mine is joining that course, let me join that course. It is not.
That was happening from the years.
Right. So that is the thing. Earlier we used to, in our times, we used to see that if you are not taking honors, like say for example, I don't know whether you have heard this. I have heard this, that when I have told that I am doing my BCom in advertising and marketing, people used to ask, okay, you have not got selected for honors, right?
Honors, na? Yes.
Right. So that is the thing. You don't have to go by the opinion of other people. You just go by the your understanding about your wish, what you want to be. So based on that, you just do a research. Do I like the, say for example, whenever we are used to purchase a mobile phone, how we used to do? We do a little bit research. This is the price, this is the features. Then we are selecting a particular brand. Similarly, first select the course like that. Okay, these are the options available, 7, 8. Out of that, how I'm going to select the best one. Similarly with the colleges. Of course, if I want to get into IIT Kharagpur, maybe I am not selected. So fine. So what are the other colleges available where I can get into? Now everything needs to be matched. I mean, the course fees, the hostel expenses, etc. Lot of things needs to be
Yeah.
taken care of. The
Ranking and all the
ranking and all, of
percentage.
course, the accreditation process
Yeah.
and all. Just check. So based on that, you get the selection. Don't go by the website. That's the thing. You do a little bit of research of yours.
So this type of research, if you are talking about class 10 plus 12,
Right.
तो आजकल स्कूल के बच्चे अगर जो ज़्यादा पेरेंट्स पे डिपेंडेंट है, वो क्या इतना रिसर्च कर रहे हैं? क्या लग रहा है आप? या पेरेंट्स को ये रिसर्च कर लेना चाहिए?
Yeah, definitely. That's a very good question. That is, I mean, parents should do the research definitely, and because ultimately it's your life, it's your career. So that an individual also, the time you are spending in showing, watching the reels and the YouTube shorts and all, give some time in, doing some research about the career options. Same thing. The reels available, a lot of reels are available based on career choices. Go through that. Understand that yes, this is the features they are looking for. Understand, say for example, you want to become a say finance specialist. So who are the successful finance now? Though in the age of this the internet and all, on artificial intelligence, chat GPT and all, information and abundant. I mean, lot of, I mean, whatever you want, you get it free. You just check it, that okay, if I want to be like this, like say for example, it's a very real story actually. There was a person who after 10 plus 2, he wanted to think that I mean, which course he want to join. Now he wanted to become like one of his friend's elder brother. Why? Because he has a very good lifestyle. He has a very nice car, nice sunglasses, nice suit and all.
मतलब he
Person.
attracted on the personality
Right.
of
So I want to be like that. So he asked that what your brother have done. He told that I have done my B Pharma. So he told, okay, fine, B Pharma. So I'll be doing B Pharma. So actually, it's a real example. He joined Jadavpur for B Pharma. So after 4 years, he was very good student. He got selected in a pharma company, but in a marketing department. Whatever the sunglasses and the car and the bike he used to get, he can afford it. But the job he did not like, because there are a lot of traveling that is required. So now he thought that this is a wrong decision. This job is not matching. So he thought, then he get into banking. He got selected in a particular bank in a deputy manager position. He got selected. Now he was thinking, no, I have to now do an MBA, because if I want to get promoted as a branch manager, MBA is mandatory.
Okay.
So then he decided to go for MBA. Now see, now the changes I have done. I mean, based on the requirement. So if they would have identified their basic interest, it is not the sunglass, it is not the car, it is the type of job, right? The competencies that is required, the skill set and the ability, and what are the expectation companies are having from you. That should be matched. If you don't like that, don't go for that. So whatever you like, go for that only. So that is very important. So parents have to do a little bit of research. Is don't go by the opinion of the relatives or the local people and all. Do a little bit of research, and let your kids also do the same thing, because it is very important. Expectation, because this is the expectation I have. Like another example I want to give, that one of my student, after getting selected in a particular company, he told that I'm very much excited to join, very good company and all. Now in the very first day, he again called that I don't want to do. I don't know why. Because he told that, I have completed my master's MBA. So I'm a manager. So I must be having a cabin, nice chair and everything. But the problem is I have been selected in a purchase department where I have to sit in a store. Lot of people are there. But I mean, chair, forget about chair. We have to sit on the boxes. One box is a chair, another box is a table. Do that. So I identify this is, now whenever I used to, mentor any students who want to get into the logistics, supply chain, name is big, Flipkart, Amazon, etc. But whenever you are getting into a hub or a, inventory control department, you cannot expect a corporate office. Understand that very clearly. But of course,
Very good point,
right?
sir. Very
So
good.
that's the thing. So expectation is, management is the most important. Based on my experience, I've understood, manage your expectation, manage the expectation of your student. This is, you can expect
And
this,
accommodate along with that.
along with that, along with that, you have to. Otherwise, it is very difficult. I used to give.
It is like a marriage, sir.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Right. So I just want to give my example, because I have started my career with Indian Railways. Now Indian Railways, you can understand, it's a central government job, 10 to 5 kind of thing. Now the next job I have shifted to a particular, I'm not taking the name of the bank, it's a very big bank. I have joined there. Now my posting was in Delhi. Now I have gone there. In the very first day, my branch manager have asked that, where you have taken your flat. I told it's half an hour from the branch. Look, why half an hour? Take some flat within 10 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. I told, why, sir? Because do you know when you are going to leave branch? I told, it's 10 to 5, maybe by 6, 6:30. No, it's in maximum cases, it would be 11:30. So after 11:30, how you are going to go? Do you have a car? I told, no. So that's the thing. I mean, you are getting shocked. I mean, the miss 10 to 5 to 10 to 11 kind of thing. So, of course, it was not the fact that every day you have to
Yeah.
be staying back up to 11. But this is the thing. I mean, it is, I mean, whatever you can expect, what you cannot expect, I mean, that you need to understand and prepare your mind accordingly. So probably, that will be easier for you to adapt, because it's a fact that the attrition rate of the freshers in a company in the first 7 days in India is highest. The people is to go there and leave the company, because it is not related to the
Not
company,
fired by the
not
company.
fired by the company, leave the job, because their expectation mismatch,
Okay.
right? So they thought something else, maybe by searching in the YouTube, or maybe by expecting, I mean, the HR, whatever they have told during the campus placement and all. But when they actually reached, but probably there is a mismatch. Whatever they thought of, that is not there, right? So that is why, different good company, those who are having a very good HR policy, they are doing a pre-hire orientation of 2 3 days before joining.
Okay.
So they create the expectation. This is the office you are going to work. This is your chair. This is your colleague. Okay. The check how much time it is required for the to and fro transportation. This is the canteen. Think, are you comfortable? If you think you are not, you can leave. I mean, you don't have to join. That is okay.
Okay.
So this is the HR policy that should be there for
Yeah,
every
in
company.
government jobs
Right.
also, they have the kind of contract.
Right.
If you leave within 6 months or 1 year or
Right.
before that confirmation,
Confirmation.
yeah, then you have to pay 2 lakhs, 3
Right.
lakhs
Right.
rupees.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So that is to there. I mean, there are contract period and the
तो इसके बारे में
bond
सर
is there.
बताओ, ऐसा जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनता है ये क्यों बनता है, ये भी एक बार क्लियर कर दो आप सर.
Right. Contract is basically for reducing the attrition level. Because when I used to work with one of the multinationals, so there also I have served one bond. That create a mental stress. I can understand, because if you do not have a bond, you have a mentality that okay, you are not planning to leave also. But if you are having a bond, then you are start thinking that probably if I would have got selected in the company, I could have changed. But here, if you are getting into a bond, remember one thing: if you do not have an exposure or the experience in a company for minimum 1.5 year to 2 year, that experience will not much valued very much. So mentally be prepared that I have to stay in a company for 2 years, right? So if there is a bond, that is okay. If there is no bond, that is also okay. But try to, it is not that after just 6 months I will be leaving because some other company is giving me extra salary, 5,000 extra. But you are creating a very wrong impression about yourself in the next company, because in the third company they will be thinking the same way, that this guy will be joining again after 6 months, he will be leaving for 2,000 rupees extra. So it is better to have more exposure. I'm not saying you have to spend 30 years in a company, at least 4 or 5 years in a company. So then you may think of changing. It is better. It is not only for within 6 months. So there is a bond from the company perspective, is to reduce the attrition, so that the people, because they are spending heavily on the training, their development and etc. So if after just getting trained and all, if the people are leaving, automatically they are living with the skill set, the knowledge they have developed. Again, the company have to invest the time and the money for the developing this thing. So that's why for the critical resources they are doing the bond, right? So it may create some mental thing. So again, the expectation, it is bond is there, fine. But again, think about the situation. Whatever the bond is there and all, in the turmoil situation, competitive market, you are seeing a lot of newses probably that the company is terminating the employee within a Zoom call of 3 minutes, right? So don't worry about those things. I mean, it may happen. It's a ultimately competitive market, but prepare yourself, because the whom they are removing, ultimately those who are not performing generally. So if you can perform well, so why you are thinking that there is a bond, right? You don't have to worry. I mean, you stay. I mean, there is a 2 years bond. You have a plan to stay for 5 years. So what is the problem of thinking about the 2 years bond? So that is the thing. But from company perspective, definitely in order to reduce attrition, that's why they are doing the thing.
So again, I'm coming to college level and industry level. You have both the experience. And कभी-कभी ये लगता है सर कि अभी जो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस का या एमबीए कॉलेजेस का हाल है कि प्लेसमेंट्स नहीं हो रही है। तो इन प्लेसमेंट्स में मेरे को हमें भी लगता है और ऐसे स्टूडेंट से भी पता चलता है, हम लोग भी कुछ समय बिता चुके हैं तो पता लगा कि इंडस्ट्री और कॉलेजेस के बीच जो ये ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट सेल्स होते हैं, उनका कुछ ऐसा कोलैबोरेशन ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है। उनका जो नेटवर्किंग होना चाहिए वो ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है। तो इसमें कितनी सच्चाई है और ये नेटवर्क ठीक करने के लिए कॉलेजेस या कंपनीज क्या करें?
Right. It's a very good question, actually. It's a real problem.
हुँ,
But as I've spent, a lot of time in these colleges and all, because this, private engineering and the management colleges are also like an SBU
हुँ,
kind of thing. I mean, strategic business units.
हुँ,
So what is happening? I mean,
हुँ,
if they want to be remain competitive also in the
हुँ,
market, they have to develop this kind of their skill sets. I mean, skill set in the sense this industry academia collaboration.
हुँ,
And trust me, most of the institutes are doing that. It's a fact. It is not that the institutes are reluctant on that, because they know also there is a survival factor that if you're not able to give good placement, then the next year admissions will fall. That's a fact. So that's why you'll be seeing in many of the advertisement of the colleges that the pay packages are being mentioned 45 lakhs, 1 crore, etc. But don't go by that. It is not that somebody have got 1 crore, you will also be getting one. It's not. Right. But even from the companies, colleges perspective, they are putting in effort, but the companies are having their own selection criteria. It is not in the people used to say that, okay, fine, my training placement officer will give me a job. It's not. They cannot give a job. They can arrange the companies, right? So you have to prepare yourself.
they will assist.
They will assist. They will assist. They cannot, sometimes students will come, okay, fine. If you can tell the HR, I'll get the job. It's not. Why the HR is going to select based on my opinion? No. I can recommend. Okay, fine. Ultimately, if they matches, so that is the thing. But of course, from the company colleges perspective, organizing regular industry academia collaboration events is very required. Like, say for example, if somebody have sent you an LinkedIn connection today, and you accept it instantly, there is a message in your inbox, I'm sending my CV, please help me to get a job. You will be irritated, right? So similarly, if the TPOs are going to the HR and every time they are asking, please come to the campus, do the campus drive and select some people, they will be irritated. They will stop taking your calls. They will not see your messages, and then they are not going to reply to your emails. So that's why it is simple. It's a continuous process, right? So networking is a continuous process throughout the year. Just get connected
Correct,
through
yeah.
the different kind of HR conclaves, maybe the industry talks, maybe the expert series. Automatically, whenever you are getting connected, if they have a requirement, the first name that will come in their mind is you. That fine, probably, I'm looking for an MBA graduate. So last week I have gone to that XYZ college. Maybe let me call him. Probably he is having. So this is very important. So every time, if you are connecting only during the placement season and try to convince them that please come to the campus, so then to there are several colleges, because if they are having 10 vacancies, there are 100 colleges, right? So it is not ensured that they will be coming to your campus and they will be selecting you. That is one of the important thing. And number two is, now majority of the big companies in India are hiring on online basis. Okay, they are not coming to the campus. Okay, they are having their own portal. They are sending you a mail that okay, please ask your student to register here. Right. So actually, they most of the companies nowadays, what they are doing, they are hiring through their online portals
Yeah,
actually. Right. From the company's perspective, that is a very cost effective method, because sending the people to 100 different colleges, 3 4 people, that is a huge expenditure. Rather create a portal where the people would be first applying through a screening process, written test, then be selecting the most of the people, I mean shortlisting the people, then they are going for the interview process. It may be virtual, it may be in the in campus. So now the training placement department have to be get connected with these companies. They are not going to come to your campus, that's for sure, but they should be, you should be in the email list at least, so that you come to know that when they are hiring. So that, and your next job is, part is the training. You understand the hiring process, train your employees. Like you will be finding, and just taking the name, like you will be finding in Kolkata, in some colleges, TCS is selecting 300 people. In some colleges, 3 people. It is not of their personal choices. It is based on how many people have cracked the interview. It's an online process. There is no human bias.
how many students have cracked the aptitude?
Right. That's the thing. It's as simple as that. So what is your job from the training placement department? You know that these particular companies will be coming. So prepare these people so that the maximum number of people can crack it. So that is very important.
इन द सेम वे सर, आप जैसे टीपीओ के लिए या
Right.
कॉलेजेस के लिए आप बात किए, स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये फंडा कैसे होगा?
Same thing. You know that, sometimes students used to say TCS नहीं आ रहा है हम लोग कैंपस में. TCS किसी भी कैंपस में नहीं जा रहा है. They are doing it online. That's a fact. Now that's the thing. If you want to get into those TCS or any other big companies, you have to prepare yourself for those things. Of course, take help from your colleges. That okay, fine. I want to get prepared. Arrange some classes for this, or there are ample opportunities available in the online. You just get prepared. If you really you are honest to your objective, there are free resources available. You don't have to spend, but you have to be honest to your ambition, right? You cannot be dishonest to yourself. You are telling I'm preparing, but actually you're not preparing. So how can you select? How can you crack? Because market is competitive. That you need to understand, right? So that's the thing. You need to prepare yourself. And for this, all the big companies they are doing. You don't. This is a good
But
thing that
preparation for the aptitude also they get connected with the companies also.
get connected to definitely. I mean,
नेटवर्किंग तो उनको भी करना है, स्टूडेंट्स को भी करना है.
yeah, networking important, but again, those information to ultimately the people. It is if you are talking about from business terminology, this is not B2C hiring. Most of the hiring is doing B2B.
B2B.
So that's why the companies will be sending mail to the colleges only. College will be disseminating the information to the students, right?
It is not like that कि हायर जो हायरकी में है,
हाँ.
जो GM HR और
Right.
HR जो है वो लिंक्डइन में पोस्ट कर रहे हैं ऐसा.
That is also fine. I mean, that is done. There are many companies who are doing that. That there is a link, but there are many companies who are doing that they are preparing the notice like that. They want to connect with the training placement officers, or they are mentioning this form is for the colleges. This is not for the students. So here it is the responsibility of the training placement department. But of course, if you come to know that this particular company is hiring, give this information to your TPO. That why don't you fill up this form? But you have to be active, right? It's your career. Because this career is job hunting is a full-time job. That you need to understand.
Yes.
It is not a part-time. That okay, fine, I'm sending a CV and they will be, sending me an offer letter. It is not that. You have to be prepared for that thing actually.
तो हमने अपने टाइम में भी देखा कि कॉलेज ढूंढना और पेरेंट्स का भी जो जॉब था, आपने बोला सर्वे करो, पहले कोर्सेज के लिए समझो, अपना इंटरेस्ट समझो. अगर कॉलेज ढूंढ भी लिया, सपोज मेरे को इंजीनियरिंग करना है या मैनेजमेंट करना है, ये तो पता चल गया. अब कॉलेजेस के ऑप्शंस बहुत सारे हैं.
राइट.
उन ऑप्शंस में आपको क्या पैरामीटर्स लेके जाने हैं एक इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के लिए या एक मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज के लिए या पर्टिकुलर कोई प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज के लिए, जो एक पेरेंट्स को या स्टूडेंट्स को देखना होगा?
Right. It's a very good question actually, because sometimes the parents and the students used to do some mistakes actually. So first thing, so definitely you have to check. Nowadays the government of India have some criterias of giving them
ये डिपेंड
accreditation.
कर रहा है ना सर कि आप इंजीनियरिंग के लिए हो तो क्या देखना है,
Right.
मैनेजमेंट के लिए हो तो क्या एफिलिएशन या एक्रेडिटेशन देखना है.
Right. No, that is the thing. First is the first accreditation is the NAC accreditation. It's a fact. NAC accreditation. NAC is accrediting an institute, not any course. So if you find a NAC accredited institute, so automatically you think that of course they are maintaining certain kind of quality. So that's why they are getting those accreditation. Now in not only go by the ranking also, like in NAC also there are concept of B plus, B double plus, A double plus. The higher the ranking, you would be, of course you will be finding. It is expected that their quality is better. So that's why they are getting higher ranking. That is a fact. Now you can find another ranking that is called the NIRF ranking. So that is also institute basis. That is for different categories also you'll be finding for engineering ranking. So there you will be finding actually. So if you are interested for engineering, what is the ranking of this particular institute in engineering in NIRF? If you want to do pharmacy, in pharmacy, what is the ranking? In management, okay, fine. In management, what is the ranking? So there is another ranking, there is a global ranking that is called QS ranking. For the QS ranking also you can check. But in India, at least NAC and these things, NIRF. And for engineering, definitely you have to check whether the institutes are AICTE approved. Okay.
Yes,
that is
I wanted to know.
Right, AICTE approved. Now it is a fact, if that particular organization or the institute is an autonomous university. Now, where you need to check whether that is UGC approved. You go to the UGC site. You go to the UGC site whether this there is a approved university. They are having state-wise list. Even you will be finding there is a state-wise banned list also, right? Who are not authorized to give degree. So go through that. right? So that is very important actually, right? Sometime you'll be finding if you are going to autonomous university, of course, in majority of the cases they are not AICT approved, but that is, I mean, legal. I mean, that is not an issue because this UGC have given them the authority to award degree without AICT also.
यहाँ पे मैं एक और चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा सर, कि अगर वो स्टूडेंट्स सपोज इंजीनियरिंग कर रहा है, तो इंजीनियरिंग के बाद उसे क्या कोर्स करना है या जॉब करना है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब लेना है या प्राइवेट में करना है, अगर उसे पता है, सपोज एक एमबीए करने के बाद पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया, उसको नेशनल लेवल पे एनईटी का टेस्ट देना है, तो उसको वहां भी उसको एलिजिबिलिटी समझना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए वो क्या एलिजिबिलिटी चाहिए। सपोज एक एमबीए कॉलेज एआईसीटी भी अप्रूव्ड रहता है, बट वो यूजीसी अप्रूव्ड नहीं भी हो सकता है। अगर वो यूजीसी अप्रूव्ड नहीं है तो आप नेट के लिए बैठ नहीं सकते। नेट एग्जाम दे सकते हो, बट यू विल बी नॉट क्वालिफाइंग फॉर दैट।
Right. Actually, in MBA specifically, you will be finding there are two different kind of qualifications. Number one is an MBA degree, and number two is an PGDBA or PGDBA. Now, if it is an MBA degree, an MBA degree can be given by only by an university, right? Not any institute can give degree. So, if there is again, if you are enrolling for an MBA degree, so check the name of the university in the UGC website whether it is approved by UGC. So that is the thing. If it is approved by UGC and if you are having a master degree, that is MBA degree.
But sir, many of the colleges, when they go for the marketing, they counsel the student or the parents, they don't say that यार IIM का कौन सा आपका यूनिवर्सिटी से एफिलिएशन है, टॉप लेवल का इंस्टीट्यूट्स का वो एक एग्जांपल देके ये बताते हैं।
Right. So that is the thing, IIM and these things are autonomous institute given, funded by the government only. So that is exception. I mean, that is the thing. Even nowadays, I mean, this IIM is also giving MBA degree because in order to avoid those confusion, earlier they used to give PGDBA and all, but they need to show that equivalent certificate for any job. Like say, for example, you are given the right example of NET. So that's the thing, because the NET eligibility criteria is a master degree with 55% marks. So that's the thing. If you are not having master degree, if it's a diploma, you are not eligible. At least if your diploma is equivalent as per AICT as a master degree, you will be eligible. But otherwise not. Because there are very small institutes are available. They are telling, it's an equivalent to MBA. But of course, for the corporate, they don't have any issue. Ultimately, if you do marketing, HR, finance, whatever the degree you have, I will select you. What's the problem?
Case was with me, sir.
Okay.
मेरा ही केस था. Actually, मैं एक नाम नहीं ले रहा. कॉलेज से मैं MBA किया. बट मेरे को साथ में लगा कि मैं कॉर्पोरेट या कुछ अपना कर रहा हूँ, तो साथ में एक नेट का एग्जाम दे रहा हूँ. कुछ मेरे सीनियर्स भैया लोग थे, वो लोग बोले कि चल नेट भी दे दे तू. तो नेट तो दे दिया, एग्जाम हो गया, क्रैक हो गया, मैं क्वालिफाई भी कर लिया. मैं जो मार्क्स था मेरे को लाना था, मेरे को आ चुका था. बट दे डोंट प्रोवाइड द सर्टिफिकेट, क्वालिफाइंग सर्टिफिकेट. उसके लिए मेरे को 6 महीना वेट किया. 8 महीना के बाद वो लोग एक मेल भेज रहे हैं कि that time, that year, from that to that, you have passed from that college. That college was not qualified by All India University, not affiliated by AIU.
Right. So that's the thing. I mean, that honesty the institute should have. You can tell that. But however, you cannot expect honesty from everybody. So that's why you have to be vigilant as an individual parent, as an individual student. You have to be vigilant. Now through this podcast and all, you are showing, or rather telling all those important information to the people. So people should understand that this information we should have. Whether there's a tick mark, AICT, UGC, approved, NIRF, maybe all the institute may not be having NIRF ranking. That is fine. I mean, there are a lot of criteria on all. But the basic, this UGC and the AICT or the NAC or these things they should have. Because that shows their quality.
Another thing is there, sir, कि एक एग्जाम में एक बार की बात है, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को एक कॉलेज पसंद आया, उनके मार्क्स कम थे. तो कोलकाता का एक कॉलेज था, नाम नहीं लूंगा फिर से. उस कॉलेज इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज था, वो वहाँ पे एडमिशन लिया. मेरे पास आया, मेरे पास भी कुछ मेरे को पता चला कि कुछ कॉलेज में ले रहे हैं. मेरे को उस समय आइडिया नहीं था. वो कॉलेज के बारे में मैं ज्यादा टाइम नहीं दिया, बस इतना बोला एफिलिएशन देख लो, AICT वगैरह जो देखना है. वो लोग देखा और उन्होंने एडमिशन लिया भी. बट बाद में पता चला सर कि वो एफिलिएशन तो था यूनिवर्सिटी से, कॉलेज से, लेकिन वो कॉलेज का एक जस्ट एक फ्रेंचाइज था जो कोलकाता में खुला हुआ था,
Mhm.
नॉट द एग्जैक्ट कॉलेज।
Right.
उनका कॉलेज है साउथ में,
Hmm.
उनका एक फ्रेंचाइज लेकर वो यहाँ पे एडमिशन ले लिए। जब उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन इस कैंपस से नहीं हो रहा था, उनको वहां पे जाना पड़ा।
अच्छा.
सारे स्टूडेंट फंस गए।
Hmm. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I know this issue actually. So now government of India have clearly mentioned that if you want to open a college, your university should be from the same state. Because that you need to be vigilant. There are, of course, there again, I'm telling you cannot expect honesty from everybody. So if you are asking, if somebody is asking, okay, you take admission to this XYZ college, from this university, you will be getting the degree. Check that that our degree awarding university is from which state. If say for maybe there is another trap, that is you will be finding the colleges here. They are having full-fledged college and everything, and they are telling that MBA degree you are going to get from XYZ university. You search that university, you found that is in South India maybe. Now understand, they will be giving the degree, but though they are telling it's a full-time degree, this is actually a distance learning degree. Because university cannot offer any degree on a full-time basis outside the state. If they
So the technical education can't be in distance.
So that is the thing. So you have to be aware. You cannot, people will be telling it's a full time because you are coming every day in the college. That too, I can also open a coaching center and tell that come every day. It's a full time. It's not. So coming every day, it does not mean full time. You need to check the status. It is a full time degree or a distance degree that matters, because you will be finding, there are many companies, they are telling clearly eligibility is MBA in bracket 2 years full time. So if, say, for example, if you are doing this course from that particular institute who is offering a degree from another state, you are a distance learner. Automatically, whenever you will be applying, you will be you will be not shortlisted because it's not a full-time degree. So that you have to be clear, all these things. Otherwise, that will create definitely problem.